What is up, everybody? This is Dobie. Guys, we're finally back. I feel way better. The reason why we didn't give you an episode last week is because I was down for the count. Missed 2 days of work. Had sinus infection, ear infection, so it was not pretty. You wouldn't have wanted to hear me anyways, but I am feeling better. Malcolm is feeling good. Today, this episode, we're going to be reviewing some new music for you for the past 2 weeks, including the Black Panther soundtrack. And then after we go into that, we're going to be talking about the Black Panther movie. Malcolm and I both saw it. We want to give you some spoiler-free stuff, then get into spoiler territory for you guys. Of course, we give you that good, bad as always. We're going to bring you that top five songs that get us hype songs, whatever you want to call it. So we just let you know what songs we listen to just kind of get our blood flowing there. And then also we are going to end the only way we know how with 101 conversation starters for couples. You're looking at a little bit of a longer episode, but remember, we want to go over the music by 2 weeks, so we'll be cutting that back next week. But we're so glad to be back. You guys enjoy the show. Hit us up. Let's go.
Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, yeah. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. The Daps and Pound show. This is the Daps and Pound show. Yeah, you know.
What's up, everybody? How are you doing? We are back.
Yeah.
Took a week off, but we back now.
Yeah, I feel better.
Back now.
I feel way better.
Thank God that you feel better. Can't have one of the broskies down.
No.
Imagine if the broskies never got healthy. It would be a sad day.
Dude, it'd be so
I'm glad
sad.
you're back. If it's your first time here, guess what? What you're tuning into is the Daps and Pound Show. My name is Mounty. To my left, we have
Dobie.
represent two mics,
Two friends.
and one show.
The Daps and Pound Show. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
So, yeah, guys, last week, no episode. Good, bad. We're going to start it off because I'm going to start off with my bad for the reason why
Go for it.
we weren't here last week, man. I had a sinus infection and then an ear infection. I'm still kind of getting over the ear infection, but yeah, dude, I was out for the count. I think I missed 2 days of work.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was bad. So, you wouldn't have wanted to hear me, and then I didn't want to get Malcolm sick. We could have recorded, but we just felt like it was going to be a bad show overall, and we don't want to give you guys a bad show.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the bad part of that whole experience was just getting super sick. No one likes that. No one,
No one does. No one does.
It just, I just was thinking, laying there, and it's just, feeling like that is just.
I hate being sick. I only get sick 2 times a year, but one time is chill, and the other time is I'm dying, and it's the worst, man. Being sick is the worst. I've been dodging it recently, but I know it's gonna come for me.
Yeah, no, it definitely was terrible, but there was a lot of good. So one good is we had the Lexus pre-screening of the Black Panther. Everything went really well. There was a guy who actually goes out to all these pre-screenings and tallies heads to make sure everything's going smoothly. He asks people how they like the movie because then he submits that to the actual company who owns the movie, so Disney and Marvel, so that they can get feedback. And he actually said the 5 years he's been doing it, it was the largest showing for any pre-screening movie that he's had. So I think our head count was at 90%, so 90% of the people who got their ticket showed up, which is huge because it was on Valentine's Day, which,
Right.
I mean, it was a weekday at 6 o'clock, on Valentine's Day, and we still had that many people show up.
And let me just salute you, dude, because for those who don't know or missed some episodes, Dopey works for Lexus, and he has been putting together this campaign for some time now. He pretty much spearheaded putting together a pre-screening for Lexus for the Black Panther film, and it's one of those things where it's when you're not met with people willing to help, or you're not met with people understanding your vision and you push through, that's what it's about. Good things happen when you go for it. We went to the event. It was an extremely professional thing. You got up in front, said a couple words. Like it was an amazing experience for everyone that was involved. So salute to you, man. You did your thing, dude. You did your thing.
Thanks. I mean, it was just super cool to be like one of the first people to see Black Panther as well. Like you can legit say that.
Right.
So that was good. Then the very next day went up to training in Chicago. So just got done with the Black Panther thing. Had to wake up, head to Chicago at like 5 a.m. Had the Chicago Auto Show training there. We were split up into groups, and it was kind of like a contest thing where you were given a riddle. You had to answer the riddle. Once you figured out what car company the riddle was for, you got 10 questions, and then you had to answer those questions about the competitors to Lexus. Then after 5 of those, then you are given a car to do a video presentation on. And so our group, we had the Genesis, we did the G90, comparing it to the Lexus LS, the new one. And so I was stressed out about that too, because I told them I would film it. I'll edit it on my phone somehow.
Yeah.
Because I just used like an app, and because I wanted to win, of course. And ended up working out. I was editing while the other presentations were going on. We were the second to last one to happen. But it was super tight because so I had iMovie and I filmed a bunch of B-roll. So for those of you who don't know what B-roll is, it's like still shots and stuff for like transitions and everything. And I put music underneath it. So there's like no audio, music underneath it. And I remember when the B-roll started and how professional the video seemed, like for, just putting it through your phone. I remember hearing all the murmurs and stuff like through the whole conference room about like, oh my gosh, like holy cow, like this is crazy, because it was on a completely different level than anybody else's video. And then also Lexus Central said that the last Chicago Auto Show training, I was the one who came up with the idea to record video instead of just do pictures, and they said that's where they got the idea from to do videos.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So I thought that was pretty tight. But our team won, and we won $200 a piece.
There you go.
So I'll remember that, because we didn't know if we were gonna win or not. And then when they called our name, and one of the guys, like, he legit like stood up and yelled, like he was like so hype. He's like, I love this guy. I love this guy.
That's awesome.
So that was cool. I was dead tired though after that.
Yeah,
like, I was wiped. So that was definitely a good going on with me in my life lately. Black Panther's dope. We'll be talking a little bit more about Black Panther, spoilers and non-spoilers. Shoot, man, I'm pretty sure. I mean, oh gosh, dude, we haven't talked in so long, but I'll let you do your good, bad, and then yeah.
Yeah, man, good, bad. The weather got really cold last week, but it's climbing back up, so I can be thankful for that. But it was definitely bad when it was really cold last week.
Yeah.
Since the last time we've spoken. But blessings all around. My eldest sister in Houston is getting married in April, so right now it's been really fun watching my dad kind of like freak out in dad mode and like try to prepare. He's gonna say like a speech at the reception. So watching my dad go through that, it's his first daughter to be married. So watching him go through that for Tiffany is like really funny. So that's been a blessing. I've been really family oriented recently. So getting back into your family and do that, you know what I mean? Like sometimes with my schedule especially, it's hard for me to like connect with everybody. I'll send a text message, come home, text my mom, like say what's up, and then I'll just like pass out, and then that'll be like day after day. So I think it's important to really reconnect and stuff like that. Black Panther was lit. We'll talk about that in a little bit. There's been some good new music to come out. That's been lit. Work for me has been really busy, but I'm growing, I'm learning, and my role is actually widening. So I'm happy about that. And I'm always looking for ways to improve. So that's really good. Yeah, man. So life, I really can't complain. I will complain that I missed out on the drawing for the OVO 8s that came out yesterday.
Yeah,
a little salty about that. But other than that, man, life is bueno, man. I can't really complain. Like there's always stuff you can complain about, but
right, 100%.
There's no point, I guess. You know,
there's Dude, there's so many good shoes out right now, and it's killing me not being able to get some.
I was able to get the black cements yesterday.
Ooh,
the threes,
really?
though. Yeah.
And I
And
know you
threes
love
are
the
like
threes.
my second favorite silhouette.
I wanted those
I was happy
Kobe's.
about that. Yeah, the Kobe's. The Kobe's are about to come out in some more colorways too.
Yeah, the
so
undefeated joints are
yeah.
crazy. The white
The
gum
undefeateds are
bottoms,
hard.
Oh my
Absolutely hard,
gosh!
so
Even the camo ones go hard, but
yeah, that's true.
definitely those white with the. I'm a sucker for gum bottoms.
Gum bottoms are just clean, man.
Yeah.
They just look sick to me.
Something about that, dude. You know, it's been so long. We haven't even discussed the. No, we did discuss the Super Bowl. It's been so long since I don't remember what we even talked about. That's what the issue is at hand.
Shouts to Philly, man. Shouts to Philly.
No, they we definitely did talk about the Super Bowl, but shout out to Philly. I'm trying to think. So we're gonna be talking today. Black Panther.
Black Panther.
2 weeks of new music. What is going on? I think my dog is playing with like its bone like right outside of our door.
Black
Hopefully.
Panther, 2 weeks of new music. And we have a top 5 for you today, guys.
Oh, top five. Yeah.
So looking forward to that. But overall, life has been good for both of us. No matter what tribulations go on, we kind of just keep God first and keep going. So that's been good. But it is time for us to move into our new music segment. Now, like I said, this is for 2 weeks since we missed last week. So if we miss something, do not kill us. Just put it in the comments on Twitter. Put it in the comments on Instagram. Say, hey, you bozos missed something. And we'll be like, all right,
Yeah, you bozo.
all right, we're going to go back. We're going
You
to go back.
bozo.
Where do you want to start? I guess we can start with...
Where can they hit us up?
Oh, snap. Yeah, you can hit us up on Daps_pounds. That's on Instagram and Twitter. Daps_pounds. iTunes, the Daps and Pounds Show. Start typing that in. It'll pop up for you. Leave a review. Leave a comment. Please share the podcast. We're also on YouTube. The Daps and Pounds Show. Leave a comment. Tell us how we're doing. Share that as well. That's video for those who like video. For those who like audio, we're on Stitcher and we're on iTunes. The Daps and Pounds Show. So yeah, and you can download straight off our website too, Daps and Pounds ENT. So make sure you go there.
Yeah, go there. Yeah. So we got a bunch of music to release in. So I guess probably we should start with the Black Panther
Soundtrack.
Or we can make that last. Let's do that because that will be a good segue.
Okay. We'll make that
We'll
last.
talk about
We'll make
Black
that
Panther album last, and then that will segue into our Black Panther discussion.
Okay.
2 Chainz?
Two Chainz.
2
So
Chainz dropped an EP?
dropped a surprise EP called The Play Don't Care Who Makes It. This is in preparation for an album coming out soon. I believe the album is going to be titled The Rap Game or The League.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to that. But 2 Chainz, man, I think he's so underrated as a lyricist. And because he says funny things and he has like a drawl, I think people think he's more of like a mumble rap guy. But he's not. You can understand every word. He's really funny. And he puts words together that like are just funny. So the song called OKB, I like that song. It's the very first song. Proud with YG and Offset. That's a good song. There's only 4 songs on it. Land of the Freaks is there, and Lamborghini Truck with there's nobody on it, but we suggest that someone needs to be
Drake.
on it. Drake, yeah.
Lamborghini Truck. If Draco's on that track, and he needs to do the chorus.
Yeah. I would love it.
I really do think that song would get a lot of play if he had the right person on it. I just don't think he was strong enough because that beat goes so hard.
Yeah, the beat's amazing.
So I felt like that was the only one where I was like, yo, we could use a different feature on that one. So yeah, it was straight. I mean, you can't complain. It's like free music from 2 Chainz.
Yeah, who doesn't like free music?
Yeah,
from
Land
2
of the
Chainz?
Freaks was definitely the worst one, but
Yeah.
definitely there.
Aaron Carter, he dropped an album.
I didn't even know that.
Aaron Carter from Aaron's Party. He's Nick Carter's brother from the Backstreet Boys. He has had issues with like drugs and alcohol in the last few years, so it's good to see that he dropped an album. What's crazy is this isn't a bad album.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually not a bad album. He does a lot of things people think for publicity. He came out and said he was bisexual. He came out and said he hates his brother and like Backstreet Boys hates them. Like, it was weird, and then he'll like come back and be like, oh no, it's not true. So personality wise, he's a little like no one really knows what to think.
No one
but
knows.
Music wise, it's not bad. Bad to Be Good is a song. It's track number 3 that I actually enjoyed off of this project.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the whole like bad feeling good concept. Doing bad and like
I don't think it's going anywhere though,
so
man. I think it's been there.
But it's been here forever. But it's so cliche.
Yeah.
And then it just makes you want something more, like when people like Frank Ocean release,
that's
a
facts.
song that they released.
That's facts. I listened to an alternative album called Alien Boy. It's an EP by someone named Oliver Tree.
Yo, but that cover art?
The cover is sick. There is a small...
Hold on, so I'm going to be right back because I'm actually... Because I didn't listen to this project. You played me the first song, guys, and I did like it.
Okay.
I'm going to turn off our heat so we don't hear the fan going.
Okay, so Oliver Tree, Alien Boy is the name of the EP, and this is a very interesting project. I'll say that. He signed to Atlantic, and I did a little research on him. He's a young guy, and it depends on what you call alternative music. If you're looking at this thinking this is going to be Paramore, Fall Out Boy, alternative music, that's not what this is. This guy has some like hip-hop influences, some techno influences and stuff like that. I don't know if people even like use the term techno. I think anytime a beat has more than a certain amount of BPMs, they just call it EDM now. But it definitely has EDM influences as well. It's not a bad project though. It's kind of hard for me to say it's great. It's different though. I would listen to it if you're looking for something different. I think that wouldn't be a bad project for you to kind of dive into. Once again, that's Oliver Tree, and the EP is called Alien Boy. Now, Joji in Tongues is an album that Dobie talked about maybe 4 or 5 episodes ago in the end of last season. He put out a deluxe version of In Tongues, and I remember he was really hype about that album. He thought it was pretty good. And I went back and listened to it, and it's really not bad at all. I was hype on it too this time around. It's not a bad album, and I thought it was really good. So shout out to Joji. He's doing things. I think he's trying to figure it out. I think he's trying to figure out like kind of what sound he wants to have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
G Herbo put out a deluxe version of Humble Beast. He's a rapper from Chicago, came up in the drill movement. He's not a drill rapper though. The deluxe version only has a few new songs, and he's a very monotone rapper, so he's not going to give you much excitement. But it was worth noting that he put out a project. Tyga.
Let's talk about the worst cover ever made.
Yeah, so Tyga.
He's on our trended dash wall.
He really is. Tyga put out a album called Kyoto, and the cover is like a Japanese. You know what? I'm not gonna describe the cover because I feel like it's gonna sound so foul. So Lonzo Ball put out his first album.
Yeah, we don't need Tyga's.
He's treated as just no
gone.
No,
he's lost. Rack City, he just needs to make the royalties on that. He needs to make the royalties on that.
Yeah. Lonzo Ball put out his first project ever. It's called Born to Ball. I actually really like the cover art. I think the cover art's sick. Great. It's him with LeVar kind of laying there looking up at the camera. It's pretty dope. He's very monotone on this project. You can tell he's like learning to rap. Like he's still in the process of learning to rap. I don't know how to classify this. Like I don't know how to
like it's like if your homie sent you a mixtape and you know he does not like you immediately know like you know what you probably won't be a superstar at all because you just don't have it, but at the same time you're like you know what though. It ain't half bad. I mean, I got to give you some props on it. At least it sounds kind of decent.
It's the dude in high school that you know makes music, and you're like, oh.
I'm rocking with it.
I'm rocking with you.
Like, I'll go to your show.
Yeah.
But
because
you're
you
not,
rock with him.
But
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're not listening to his project over other stuff. I think that's probably like the best way to say it. Because I listened to it and I was like, you know what? It's like not terrible.
Yeah.
But I do think it's funny how he disrespects people like Nas and then you rap and you're like, how do you?
I know. It's weird.
There's a disconnect going on over here.
He's a young kid. Kid.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth a listen just because he's so pop culture. It's a topic of discussion.
For sure.
And so if you want to be a part of that discussion, go check it out. Born to Ball by Zoe, because he's not gonna stop. He's doing it because it's fun.
Yeah. Quinn XC2, we talked about this in like the middle of last season. He put out the Story of Us album, and this is the deluxe version of it. There's about 4 new songs to it, but we both thought it was decent when we gave it a listen last year, and it's still in the same vein. The 4 songs that he added doesn't add anything. Before It Burned is the best of the new songs that he added to it. So Quinn XC2, if you are into that type of pop music.
What kind of, was it more
it's
boom
like
boom
pop,
bap?
it's like pop, but it's like mixed in EDM, stuff like that. But it's not bad.
Gosh, it's
not
been
bad.
so long since. That's such a weird time to make
A lot of people are
deluxe
putting
album.
deluxes out right now.
Yeah, like
it's kind of
Dierbo.
interesting. Yeah. YFN Lucci, I gave this a try. It's called Frida Sun. It's an EP. It's kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's a lot of trash hip hop that came out.
There's a lot of trash hip hop that came out. Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle. Now, the hype behind this was big for me because I'm a Nipsey Hussle fan. I like what he represents, his all money in mentality. If you guys remember his last album he released,
Dude, which was like ages ago, it feels
ages
like.
ago, he released, I believe the album was $100 if you wanted to buy it.
No, it was like, I thought it was like 300.
Okay,
It was like
so
a
it might have been
limited
more.
edition thing, and we were all saying like he was smart because he was the first one to do it.
Yeah, and it was a marketing strategy. Like, if you really like me, if you really like my album,
Right.
be willing to pay $100 or however much money it was for that album, and it's going to be in the hundreds. Jay-Z noticed that, and he actually bought a lot of the albums. Jay-Z did, out of respect, because he could like tell that he was hustling. So he liked that. This time, this is actually one of the first times that he's put out an album with no like gimmick, like no like, hey, buy this many, get this.
It just has been so long since he's put out
Yeah.
music, period.
Yeah. So Victory Lap is out now. I respect Nipsey for staying consistent in his sound. With that, though, comes this. Some songs run together. Some
Yeah.
songs sound alike because he's almost too consistent, and you get the feeling when you listen to Nipsey that he's recording like 5 songs a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're a Nipsey fan already, you'll be good with it.
Yeah,
and you'll
I agree
listen
with
to
that.
it a couple of times,
I
and
agree with
you'll
that.
rock with it. If you didn't listen to any Nipsey's music, you'll probably maybe like 2 songs.
I agree with that. And the thing is, like, this is gonna go in my gym rotation because it's
Right.
like good mindless, like, you know what I mean, to rock out in the gym. So I'm gonna rock with this for a little bit. Nipsey's someone that I respect his business acumen, so I'm gonna go for it. Shout out to Nipsey. Victory Lap is out now. Young Dolph put out a project. Young Dolph has put out so many projects. I think he's like trying to catch up to Gucci Mane. It's called Inwards Get Shot Every Day. So if that tells you anything, he's one of these rappers with like these super hoarse voices that like everybody, like it's such a weird voice.
It's like why did you choose that cover art and then that name?
I don't know. I mean, he's been shot a lot, but still, it's just an interesting thing. There wasn't any songs on this that I thought were worth it, honestly. Kodak Black, he put out like this weird Heartbreak Kodak.
No, you girl. It's definitely weak compared to his last one. Remember, I was actually like, you know what?
Yeah.
You have some stuff on here.
Well, when that
It's
one
too
song
much.
comes on,
okay,
like
Codeine Dreaming actually has really grown
with
up.
Wheezy, yeah.
Codeine Dream.
I'm glad that they're cool because Wayne and him had some issues at first, so I'm glad that they're okay.
Yeah, but I think this just shows too, because these aren't new recorded records.
No,
This is like
these
all
are
stuff
from
that
a
he's
while
had
ago.
for a while because
Yeah.
of his legal battle issues.
Yeah.
I mean, it's straight. I mean, I think it's smart for him because Kodak Black fans are going to be excited about it. Because actually, Kodak Black, though, he's very consistent in his sound.
Yeah. I would
Like,
say that too.
very consistent in his sound. So, I mean, if you're looking for something, I don't know. It's not for everybody.
I mean,
like
that
I said,
song-
this week was just so like, ugh.
Yeah, it was.
Like for me personally, there was nothing that I listened to and I was like, oh, I can't wait to tell everybody on the podcast. Like it's about to be, this song is super dope. Like get hype.
Moneybagg Yo, he's another Memphis artist. He released an album called Too Heartless.
Yeah, and this guy,
There's some songs.
He's the guy who I said like he can do it, like he can rap and stuff, but I just don't. Nothing stands out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's exactly like his last album that he put out. Like you could put them back. You could put all the songs together.
You could shuffle them in a
and it would
playlist,
sound-
and you'd be like, "Oh, this is one album."
Exactly, one album, and they all. There's just no like creative
Originality,
spark. Like
yeah.
Kendrick Lamar has a spark on certain songs. J. Cole has a spark on certain songs. And I know we're talking about the greats, but it's like you got to think about that as an artist. You got to set yourself apart in whatever way you can. I don't know. I just feel like people figure out who's in your circle, because I think people just have way too many hype men.
Yeah.
No one's telling them, you know what, bro? Like, why don't you actually try something different? Or this song's trash. Or why do all your beats sound the same and you sound the same? It's okay if your beats sound the same, but like, if you sound the same on them, then that means every song sounds the same. Because you got the same beats, you got the same flow, same pattern, everything. Then why don't you change it up?
I definitely agree with that. There's been no originality, especially out of the music that's been coming out of certain areas of the South. I mean, Atlanta's still running it, but I don't know. Everybody from Memphis right now sounds kind of very similar.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of weird. So Kaz is a part of Dreamville. He's J. Cole's artist. He put out an album that I'm halfway through. Haven't listened to all of this yet, so I need to do that. But I wanted to shout him out because he is like an LA Nas to me.
Really?
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why J. Cole's so attracted to him, because
Yeah.
J. Cole is of that same breath. But there are songs on this that will make you think, and like it's not all boom boom bap, but it is very like LA boom boom bap. Like if LA has a boom boom bap section, it's Kendrick without Kendrick's theatrics. You know what I mean? It's rap. But I like it, man. I like it. It's not bad at all. I'm going to let you guys know what I think after I get through the second half of it. I still haven't gotten to the J. Cole feature that's at the bottom. But the Hustler's Story with Kendrick Lamar is fire.
Really? So he's got some good features.
Yeah, and the Currencies, like people forget about Currency sometimes. Currency, he's like boom boom bap in a way, but he just like
He floats.
Whoa.
I was gonna say
That's
floats
so
in the
weird.
same lane as Big Crit to me.
I was gonna say that too. That's so weird.
What the heck?
But like Currency's voice too, he floats on a record because he's like and like he picks very old timey samples, so it just like keeps going. So shout out to Currency. But Kaz, make sure you listen to Kaz if you like want to hear like some good
I like the editor's note there.
hip-hop
Complex
music.
tales, lush beats, and deep bass from the LAMC.
It's simple.
Lush beats. I like that.
Lush beats.
Guys, get you a producer who can make you some lush beats.
Lush beats.
Lush beats.
So we're gonna get into it.
No, we're missing my favorite project of the last 2 weeks.
Did we talk about this?
Swade's?
Oh,
And we got Social Club.
No, my bad. I thought we were talking about.
It's hard in the way
Madison Beard.
Guys, this is what happens when I get sick. We get thrown off. All right, no, Social Club Misfits. This is not the project that I'm.
The weakest thing I've heard from them.
No, my friend Rome, he's like, they just sound the same. Every album sounds the exact
We
same.
talked about this, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah. We talked about this last episode.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because the Jordan Sparks, we were like Danny Goki, Jordan Sparks, like this song.
Yeah, but that was a single.
Really? I could have sworn we were talking about this. Maybe we didn't.
No.
But
When
this,
did it look at? Oh, I thought you could look up the release date. No, this came out last week, bro.
this week then?
Last week with Swade.
Maybe
And we didn't review
Maybe we
Swade.
didn't talk
No,
about
because
this.
we talked about it was a single. Tuyo is a single.
Okay.
And Tuyo is still one of the better songs on the project. I think these guys can rap, and I think they still have like a very good mesh with each other. concerning just their flow, and they're so unique in just their different styles. I think it's a solid album. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it just didn't. I don't know. I didn't get as hype listening to it as I've gotten listened to other ones, and I don't know what that was or what it's for, I guess.
Yeah.
But Social Club Misfits, they're still super consistent. I have to give them that. There are certain songs on there that I think they do. I will say this: they do a very good job at melody, and then they move into like more of a hype song. Then they move into like a boom bap with Fern. Because I don't care what anybody says, Fern can rap his butt off.
Oh, Fern
is legit.
Fern's a problem,
and he has some crazy verses actually, in my opinion. I really like Fern.
Yeah.
But I do think their album, they're the best group in my opinion, in a while that makes very good like ups and downs in their album. It flows. It takes you on a journey rather than all these other albums that we keep talking to you guys about where it is just a steady like there's no movement. There's a reason why Stir Fry is still one of the most popular songs on Migos. Why? Why do you think it is? Because it is literally hands down the most different track on that Migos album. And Pharrell made a lush beat.
It's lush production sounds.
But what was the name of that album again? Into the Night by Social Club Misfits. If you haven't heard that group though, I think they're definitely worth checking out. I think you might be surprised about them, and you might find a group that you do like. Now, I'm getting into this project. Did you listen to this top to bottom?
Yep.
Okay. We've been listening to Swade for a while now due to, I believe he was signed for, I don't know if he still is signed. He was with Xavier Omar. And so I was like, okay, this dude's kind of dope.
He was affiliated with Straight Terrible too. Like,
yeah. This album and this EP that he put him into, like, I feel like this is his best stuff that he's put out yet.
Yeah.
And he really, in my opinion, showed that he can sound different. Like, the boy was rapping his butt off, singing, producing. Some of these melodies were on point. Like, All That I Need goes so hard.
All That I Need is my favorite off of the project. Postmortem is probably my second favorite though. Postmortem is nuts to me.
Yeah, that was a really good one. All That I Need, in my opinion, it's going to be in my list for favorite song of February.
Okay.
All That I Need, I felt like was so hard. But he's from Chicago. If you guys are looking for a new, and I know we were kind of putting this on, shout out to the follow by Swade too. He followed us back on Daps and Pounds. But I say, if you guys are looking, it's always fun when you find a new artist that you can champion around.
Right.
And when you play their music, you know that someone's actually going to be like, you know what, this is pretty good. I think Swade is that guy right now. Like, I can tell people, listen to Have a Nice Day by Swade, and I know that you'll be like, this dude's actually pretty legit. Yeah. Like, this is good stuff. I think he took it to the next level. Have a Nice Day. I think every song was good. I don't think there was any bad songs. I felt like it was the perfect length. Like, he knew what he was doing on this project. So shout out to you, Swade. You killed it, bro.
This was dope. I think that this was in the top, like, for new artists that I like hadn't really focused on their music before. This is like one of the higher, you know what I mean? Like, I have a list of like new people in my brain that I think of. And think of Swade. I think of Kaz. I think of newer people, JID. I think of like people like that where it's like my first introduction, like hardcore introduction, even though I've heard some Swade stuff before. And this is the most complete he's ever sounded. It sounds like he has a plan now. Yeah. And like a vision. So
very complete project.
Shout out to him. City of Wind, All That I Need, Postmortem, all of those tracks.
Even Run It Up. Like, run It Up. I'm about to run. And that was his single. Yeah. And I thought his single was really good, but I mean, usually with the single, you never know how the rest of the project is going to sound.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I loved it. And we're going to be Our dude Jay Adams, he released another mixtape where he put together all these singles. So we're gonna be looking into that here for next week as well. So I'm excited about that because to transition because Swade made some beats for Jay, so he's rapped on them before. So yeah, so it's kind of interesting.
We're gonna talk about this Black Panther soundtrack.
Or should we talk about the Loosey Gooseys first and then the Black Panther?
Okay. We'll
Probably
back
should do
out.
that.
We'll back out and go into Loosey's.
Loosey Gooseys, ladies and gentlemen, are what we call all the new singles that drop. Again, we use Apple Music. Apple Music, if you really want to sponsor us, let us know. Because
shout out to Apple.
Hey,
we've been repping for a minute
trying.
now. So shout out to Apple.
Hey.
So we'll start with ASAP, Gucci, and 21 Savage. On paper, this looks like this song is gonna be amazing.
London on the track. I mean,
audibly no.
Yeah, it's a no from me, dog.
It's gonna be a no from me, dog. Yeah, I'm not really feeling it. It's just kind of, I mean, it's okay, I guess. I ride for Gucci, but I mean, it's just kind of okay. I think they were trying to do a little too much. The Chainsmokers put out "You Owe Me." We were just having a conversation last night about Chainsmokers, and it seems like their sound is changing right now. It sounds like they're not really worried about creating like the hits that they had before, and it definitely shows the stuff that they've put out recently just hasn't been hitting. You know? What I mean?
It's whack. Just say it. It's whack. Don't listen to it.
It's pretty whack. Frank Ocean dropped "Moon River." Now this is a cover. This song has been covered many times, but there's something about his versions of things that are just good. He's able to put his own spin on it, and it just feels good. Frank Ocean. And you know what's
hand
crazy?
To God, left hand on the juice, bro.
That's wild. So Frank Ocean,
for those of you who don't know,
he put
Summer Remains.
He put out "Summer Remains" like years ago, and it was like a snippet of him playing on the piano.
It's our favorite song.
It's my favorite Frank Ocean song, probably. It's lyrically crazy. So YouTube that if you haven't.
Summer Remains.
Summer Remains. But when Frank Ocean drops a single like this, you never know if it's a single, if this is gearing up for an album. We don't know what this is.
Yeah, no, we don't.
It could just be something he just decided to do a cover of. Khalid and Normani. Normani is from Fifth Harmony. And they dropped something off the Love Simon soundtrack called "Love Lies." This is a cool little bop.
No, I like it.
It's a cool little bop. Normani, by the way, is a smoke show. I didn't know that she was that attractive. Wowzers.
Khalid's got that voice down now.
Yeah, he's good. I really like it a lot. Black dropped "Cutting Ties" on Valentine's Day.
Good song, weak single.
Yeah, and it's a weird like. I just wouldn't have chosen for a first single.
No,
it scares me
weak.
for the album, to be honest.
Yeah,
but I don't know because Free Black was so amazing.
But it might be just like what's his face?
Bryson?
Yeah.
Ah man, I hope.
But Black can rap way better than Bryson can.
Yes. I agree. Black proved to me in the freestyle that he had.
He's got bars.
Cypher on BET Hip Hop Awards.
He got bars.
He got bars. Pretty much 10,000 hours. Now you like this record?
No, I laughed.
Do you like it though?
They used that single.
Okay. They used a Just a Friend sample, and this has been redone a million times. We almost did it.
No, we did do it.
We did do it. Yeah. I don't know where that song's at, but
remember running.
Oh yeah. I remember it now.
Yeah,
I remember
that's
now.
why I laughed.
Well, I don't
mean,
know.
it's straight.
It's. I just feel like it's a lot.
It's there. Yeah, it's a. Is it a boy band?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a boy band song.
They're a boy band.
There's gonna be some girls that really like it. I mean, it's not a bad song, but yeah, there's a lot going on. It's called 10,000 Hours, and you feel like there's like 10,000 sounds.
Do you think it's like weird that we're getting to the age where you're just like, this isn't for me? I'm getting to the age where I'm like, you know what? I know that there's like a generation that loves this, but this just isn't. Like, I've outgrown some of this. And when I listen to this, I'm like, they sound tired. They're making me tired. Just, it sounds so energetic. Like
That's
they've
too
never
much
met
for
a
me.
recliner in their life. Just relax.
I don't know, because I still like some like boy band stuff. So.
I do too, but for some reason when I heard this, it just made me tired. Like, ugh, just want to sleep. Maybe I was sleepy when I heard it. I'll give it another chance. Shout out to pretty much
10,000 hours
10,000 hours.
Pause.
YG dropped the most blood gang song of all time called "Soo Woo Soo Woo Soo Woo Soo Woo."
I thought you were about to throw up blood there for a second.
Nope, I'm not gonna do that. This is gonna be on YouTube. The world can see that. I'm not gonna do that. Got too many business deals on the table, my brother. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, he dropped the most bloody song ever, Suwoo. The cover art is extremely terrifying.
Your ears will bleed too.
The cover art is just are those ears or hands? They're hands.
No, that's the blood side with the hands.
Okay.
That you used to do in middle school. That you're like, no, don't do it.
Well, the cover art is hands, bloody hands.
It's bad that I know how to do it.
Yes, it is. It's bloody hands. I don't know. I just saw the cover art and felt hurt. I felt like this is just
SpaghettiOs.
Well, when I first saw it, it took me a minute to like focus my eyes and like see like what was happening. Looks like some worms. I don't know. It was weird. Shout out to YG Soup Whoop Soup Whoop for all the bloods out there.
Blood song.
The most blood song.
You a blood. Never mind. Just
imagine being Nipsey, who's a Crip, and like one of his good friends, and like he's in a club, and like this song comes on, and you're just Nipsey in the corner, just like, all right, dog, like, I'm gonna let you rock out.
Yeah,
I guess
like, have your time, bro. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but I'll be back when this super blood song is over.
It is like the blood anthem.
It's the
which
bloodiest.
is crazy because I feel like, I don't know, maybe I just don't know enough, but I do feel like the whole blood and Crip thing is...
It's subsided a lot.
It's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's still around, of course, but
yeah. No, you're right about that. Let's see. I listened to Diplo, Look Back, featuring Drum. Drum's been getting on some features recently. Makes me think he's coming up with an album soon.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. Tank. Now, this song... Tank is like a super underrated R&B artist.
Yeah, don't talk bad about Tank.
He's been around for a long time. When We was a good song before. Now it has a remix of Ty Dolla $ign and Trey Songz. This is actually dope.
I just want more Ty Dolla $ign features, bro.
Ty Dolla $ign's just so... There's something about him.
And Trey Songz, though, I will say, you forget how memorable his voice is. Like, immediately he started singing, and I'm like, that's
and
Trey
pure.
Songz.
He has like a it's like a pure Trey Songz voice that you're like, that sounded dope. Tinashe, she's back again. Faded Love featuring Future. This is not bad. It's okay.
We ain't mad about it, but it's nowhere near as good as No Drama.
I need a release date for the album that's going to be coming soon because I think it's going to be fire.
Don't want no drama, man. And we also don't want any drama with Tory Lanez. BID. Malcolm will not speak on his name.
Speak on it.
I think the single
Tell me what you think about this
was
trash.
Actually pretty. Yeah, it was. It actually wasn't good.
Sometimes when I see videos of him like in the crowd standing on people's hands, I wish I was just a big gust of wind.
If I want to laugh, I just look up like basketball clips
of Tory Lanez
because he's straight. I haven't played in like 4 years.
I've heard he's like 5'6". I want smoke. I'll fight Tory Lanez. Never mind. Business deals. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to listen to the worst song of the week and you like shapes, we have a song for you. Octagon.
They're not gonna believe
no, they're not gonna believe it. Dr. Octagon released a.
It makes me think of Dr. Octopus every time.
Dr. Octagon released a song called Octagon Octagon. If you too want to experience octagons in the realest, trillest way possible, check it out.
You know, we should stop laughing. YG put out a song. This is the most blood song ever for all his bloods. Dr. Octagon put out a song for all of his octagons. And I feel like we can't respect YG and disrespect Dr. Octagon for throwing up his octagon set. What is that? I don't even know.
I don't think you can do it with your hands.
You just wear t-shirts with stop signs everywhere?
But ladies and gentlemen, if you want a good laugh, you actually do really need to listen to Octagon.
Oh man,
I mean, what other track is gonna? Never mind.
Vance Joy put out "Call If You Need Me." Shout out to Vance Joy. Looking forward to his album once again. Starbucks music, very good music, mood music. What else? Okay, we got Sean Paul and David Guetta. They put out "Mad Love" featuring Becky G. Give me the lie.
Is that a new one?
Not bad at all.
By the Neighborhood?
Void, yes, it's a new one by the Neighborhood. I did not listen to that though.
The Neighborhood's dope, guys. If you need to listen to the new kind of. They're not. I mean, we've been talking about them. They're not necessarily new. They've been around for a while, but they're just a really dope band.
People have been talking about Cash Doll for Everybody. Have you listened to this?
Huh?
Cash Doll.
I don't. What's a Cash Doll?
I don't know. It's an artist apparently. But people have been talking about that for a while. Aloe Black, My Story. I liked that. That was pretty sick. Tyga, not going to talk about him. He's not worth it. Let's see what else has been coming out. Is that pretty much it? Might be pretty much it. Might be. Maya dropped You Got Me. Downloaded that. It's not bad. Younger, Remember.
Did we
Justin
talk about
Nozuka, Warm Under the Light. Very good stuff.
Did we talk about the Drake Look Alive? Was that?
No, we're still digging. So, Justin Nozuka put out Warm Under the Light. I think it's really good. Love put out Getting Over You. I think it's really good. And then
they were like, "You are not rapping anymore.
Yeah, no.
You are only singing."
So
she's like, "Whatever gives me the bands."
Block Boy JB, one of the Memphis artists that we've been talking about recently, that are kind of putting out music right now, along with Moneybagg Yo and Black Youngsta and Gotti and people like that in Memphis. He enlisted Drake to release this single called "Look Alive." This song is crazy. I love this song.
It grows on you.
I'm telling you right now, it's my favorite song so far of this month.
Dude, we're gonna be such Drake stans. It's gonna be all Drake.
I don't care. No one's gonna fight me though. It's fine.
It is I mean, at first I didn't know how I feel, but at the same time, like the beat just gets you bobbing, and you're like, looking.
I don't mind it, bro. This song is like really hard to me. Drake has one of his. This might be one of my favorite features from him in a long time.
Wow.
And it's a short one. Drake over trap beats is always like, it's funny because you know how there's like Trap Wiz, there's like a Trap Drake where like he taps into like this other thing, and it's dumbed down and it's very easy to understand and comprehend, and it's not about relationships, and he's stunning and acting like he's the hardest guy in the world, and we know he's not, but it's okay.
We accept it.
I like Actor Drake too. It's fine. It's fine.
Actor Drake.
Listen, in the video, he wears a white and gold Jordan anniversary jumpsuit that is like
it's so
the hardest jumpsuit windbreaker set in the world, and I want it. It's so fire. He's also wearing like a polo, like
Old
75th anniversary. Like it's so crazy. Enough about clothes though. But the song is super hard. I love it. And Block Boy JB has one of like the weirdest verses ever, but it's grown on me a lot. Chick come through. You and you. Like it reminds you of like
what do you
early
say?
Juicy
Black
J.
like your cinnamon?
Brown like your cinnamon.
Brown like your cinnamon.
Yeah. We at the door like we the delivery. Next time I order some pizza, I'm gonna be like, who the delivery? Shout out to Black Boy.
Spray him like a Febreze.
He broke Febreze down to 6 syllables, and I've never heard anyone do that. But shout out to Block Boy JB. Shout out to Drizzy. Kill it again. I do not mind this at all. I've been listening to some like weird R&B stuff too. Aaron Ray, Communication. I sent you this. This is one featuring Drum. This just feels good.
It's reminds a really good song.
It's been pretty good. Famous off of French Montana's last album. You know how like that was one that we talked about and we were like, yo, this song is like really good. It's the song one like, don't be famous.
Oh yeah.
Bro, it's starting to get a lot of remixes. Like people are fine, and it's late because Unforgettable was so big. But that song is starting to get remixes now, and this remix with Hood Celebrity is not bad at all.
Weren't there some female R&B artists that dropped? that came in the last 2 weeks? There was a girl in a red dress. I didn't listen to it.
Girl in a red
and Xavier
dress.
Omar kind of shouted.
Raven Lene.
Is it
Yes, it is fire, actually.
Okay.
But very coffee shop, very like
I'm okay
home,
with that.
cuddle up in bed. Not hype, but it's dope.
Do your
I like
homework.
it. James Bay, Wild Love, came out with a single that's pretty fire. Kalani again. Like Kalani on this single that came out a couple weeks ago proved to me that she can like sing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone on Twitter put it best is her voice isn't necessarily as pure as Aaliyah's, but she reminds people of Aaliyah if it was okay to talk about like crazy issues back then like it is now.
Gotcha.
So that's pretty good.
I do know Mark Battles actually dropped.
Yes.
2 weeks
Fazzy
ago.
World. This surprised me a lot.
Also, this guy, I actually remember him because he released a Dat Piff like mixtape way back there, and it was like, this is hot. Like, hot. It was one of those hot mixtapes for the month or whatever. Mm-hmm. And yeah, the dude has been able to rap, but it sounds like he's definitely like slowed his like kind of flow down.
It just felt, and it's crazy that you say that because it felt like he'd been doing it for a while. Mm-hmm. It felt like this was a thought out thing.
No, he's definitely been
it surprised
around for a while.
Black Atlas. This is an artist that's recently been signed to EXO with The Weeknd. Mm-hmm. They're getting their roster together, man. They're starting to like put together a little dream team of R&B. It's in the vein of like Weeknd and stuff like that.
I want more
too.
Belly.
I do need more Belly. So listen. Still in Love was a song on YouTube. I'll show you after this. But Aaron Allen Kane and Third Story. I met Third Story at the last Tori Kelly show I went to. They're a band, and they make really good music. And they're not blown up yet. They've done some background for Chance the Rapper, and they can just really really sing. Now Aaron Allen Kane, she's been out for a little bit, and they did a YouTube video, right? And this YouTube video, they like made up a song. And it sounded really good. I didn't know they were going to put out a studio version. They put out a studio version. I tweeted them about it this week, and she liked my tweet. And I almost asked her to be my Valentine. I was ready to risk it all.
Bro, you guys shoot your shot. Why didn't you shoot your shot?
Oh, my gosh. Shoot your shot season, bro. I should have, but I was like, I want to love her forever.
Yeah.
I don't want her to think I'm a creep. You know what I mean?
Well, trust me. I know what that feels like.
I feel you. But yeah, Third Story is coming out with an album called Cold Heart. Make sure you go get that. It's super, super, super good music from them. Wale on Valentine's Day put out All-Star Breakup. It's for everyone. It's like the anti-Valentine's Day song. And I thought it was decent. You know what I mean? Like Wale comes with the poetry. This is more like a poetry spoken word type of thing. I think we've touched on everything else, though, for the most part. There's some other little singles that I liked, but nothing that's like super, super crazy. It was like stuff that's worth a download, though. So, yeah, now I think we can move into the Black Panther soundtrack.
For sure.
And then from there, we're going to talk about the movie a little bit, too. So this is 14 tracks. It's completely produced by Kendrick Lamar and TDE. And I think that this is one of the more complete soundtracks I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
Everything has a theme. I was actually glad that I saw the movie so closely to me hearing the album because a lot of things like tied together for me. All the Stars is a great single.
It's growing.
Great single with Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Khalid and Sway Lee's song is good.
It's in my subconscious a lot, actually.
Yeah. It wasn't like the banger I thought it was going to be, but it's like, it's back there. You know what I mean? Like it's chilling, it's hanging out.
I like it.
Vince Staples.
I am becoming a bigger Vince Staples fan.
Me too.
Like,
he's
way
just
more.
different.
And
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just...
I could listen to his interviews all day,
oh my
too.
goodness. He's the funniest tweeter ever, dude. He tweets some of the craziest things. But it's really funny stuff. Georgia Smith, I love Georgia Smith, and I really like this song. SOB-RBE, Paramedic. I love this song. This song makes me want to call up YG and say, hey, let me get in your blood car and just ride around with you guys for a little bit. I'll ask to get out before you commit any crimes.
YG, get in the Bloodmobile.
Yeah, the blood. Instead of like Batman, it's I'm making fun of Bloods way too much on this podcast. Yeah, so that song's pretty good. Bloody Waters. Now, this song with Ab-Soul and Anderson .Paak, I missed Anderson .Paak. When you hear his voice in the beginning, take on the water. Like, I was like, oh, Anderson .Paak. Like, I missed you.
No,
like,
that song is crazy.
Your voice is crazy. So that song's dope. King's Dead, Future, J-Rock, Kendrick Lamar, James Blake, Future, it's pretty crazy. The Redemption song is sick with Zakari. Seasons is dope. Seasons has like an African singer at the beginning, and you're like, what's going on? And then the bars coming from the dudes rapping at the end, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Big Shot, Kendrick Lamar, and Travis Scott. I'll tell you what, audibly, needed more bass. I felt like that's the only thing that was missing. If it had bass that's like Goosebumps bass, then I think this song would be crazy. It was just missing a few things sonically to me. But other than that, I thought it was a solid song.
No, I didn't have anything wrong with it. And Pray For Me, I think after you listen, I didn't know what to think about when the single, but then for some reason on the album, it made it better.
Yeah.
But overall, I felt like this, you could tell the track listing was put together very carefully as well.
I agree.
So I thought it was pretty heat.
I did too. I liked it a lot. And then just transitioning a little bit to the movie, we've seen it. So spoiler-free version.
Yeah, spoiler-free.
We'll say this was a good movie. Great, darn near amazing casting.
Yeah.
Visually stimulating.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone that is into Marvel movies should go see it.
Oh, 100%.
If you are already into it, go see it. But I also think it did a good job of saying if you've never seen one before, you could see this and be entertained. You don't have to know tons of backstory to like get what it's talking about. It was a origin story. It was one of the best origin stories of the Marvel universe, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate it.
The craziest thing is origin stories are actually usually the weakest ones.
I agree with that.
Outside of Iron Man.
I agree with that.
All of the later Thor movies are better.
This is 1 and 2.
Captain America movies are better.
Yeah. This is 1 and 2 with Iron Man to me. Iron Man was the best before this, and now I think it's...
I actually like Doctor Strange's
I think it's
origin.
Yo, I feel as if I am the only one who hates Doctor Strange.
I like
Brandon, Cam, everyone's like, yeah, Doctor Strange was good. Fam, I cannot wrap my mind around it. Maybe because stuff is bending and I really don't mess with geometry a lot. Maybe because stuff is
maybe you need to listen to more Dr. Octagon.
Maybe Dr. Octagon. Gosh.
No, I actually really like that movie.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah. And see, Ant-Man was weak.
Ant-Man was okay, but like
do you like Ant-Man more than you like Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Yo, you wildin', bro.
Listen, I know. I know. But I just...
You need to watch that movie again.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's because of Rachel McAdams. I'm still not over like The Notebook and like how she played out my guy. I don't know.
But Black Panther, I thought it lived up to the hype for sure. Overall, seeing it 2 times, I think the villain was probably one of the best Marvel Universe villains in any movie. I'm going to say this because Mary and I were talking about this.
What's up?
All of the leading female roles might be at the actual true stars of this movie.
Yeah.
They
like
killed it.
Right now on Twitter, people are like, who is his little sister?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, she is going to, in the next couple years, be one of the most highly sought after actresses, like young actress. She killed it. Old girl from Walking Dead.
Dude.
Fam.
Bro, she actually probably had some of the most BA scenes in the whole movie, really.
And this, yes. I was about to do a spoiler version, but yes, yeah. I think that the women, it did amazing, like, especially with the climate right now, it did an amazing job of saying women are important, women are powerful. There are certain scenes that men do surrender to women. You know what I mean? Like, in a way of saying, like, you got it. Like, you are, it. So,
right.
I really appreciated the movie for what it did for women.
Just how the king is okay with rolling with it. Like he knows he needs it too. So it was like a very equal footing place. But positions I think it's just mainly about positions are being respected.
Yeah.
And understanding everybody has strengths and weaknesses, which is awesome. But yes, 100% go see the movie. Top 3, 100%. Don't even need to question it. When it gets to the top 3, I kind of slowly am like in my head, like comparing back and forth. But definitely hands down one of my favorite Marvel movies ever. And I think though, they did so well with this. Black Panther 2 could be absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, it really could be. So I'm going to get into some spoilers now.
Spoiler territory if you don't want to know anything about it. We figured we would do it now because most of you guys will probably have already seen it.
And we only need to touch on it for like 4 minutes. So skip ahead like 5-6 minutes and you'll be fine. So spoilers, I'll say that like took my dad to the movie and he teared up during the movie. This is Camouflage Chuck. He doesn't go to movies, like he doesn't do that. And I had seen the movie once and I knew I was going to see it again yesterday night. So I was like, ugh, but he wanted to bond. So I'm like, all right, let's go see this movie. He teared up for the simple fact that, let's be real, Disney is one of the most Caucasian brands of all time.
Yeah.
And I give props for them for giving Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler the keys to like touch on things that like aren't spoken about in mainstream media. There were so many messages, hidden messages, and you guys can go on YouTube and watch hidden message videos and like read articles and go on Twitter and stuff like that spoke directly to the black community, but they did it in a way that the white community could understand. And I think that was like one of the coolest things about the film that my dad picked up on. And my dad's not a superhero guy. Like he could care less about like the gadgets and the whatever. If it's fighting, he loves it, but everything else he could care less about. But the themes in the movie, I was so happy that like they took the time to show Africa with pride. It was really cool. I like that portion of it. So hats off to Disney. Hats off to Marvel for like showing that and depicting that in that light. Like they even went as far as there's a huge, and I don't even know how much you know about it, but in the black community, there's a huge discrepancy of African versus African American. That's a real thing. Like I know I could go to Africa right now and there are Africans that would not like me there because of what I represent. And in the movie, they play with that so much so that you're like, oh, that's stupid. You know what I mean? Like there's so many like subtle little hints of that in there, and but they make it entertaining and there's laughter, and I think they did a great job with that part.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Are you talking about kind of like he's the king of the Wakanda people, and then Michael B. Jordan's like, no, well, we got our people everywhere.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, I think, is the dopest villain. I watched the scene again. The first scene where he's like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
What is it? Like his swag was on like another level.
His dress code was crazy. The glasses with the gold. His haircut was lit. Like I could never do that with my hair. But
two gold things are actually like the coolest like little aspect of his.
There were times where, and once again, I've said it about Darth Vader. I've said it about a lot of villains. The villains that are the best villains are the ones that you'll watch it and know he's a bad guy, but you kind of want to be him. You kind of want to be that. And there were times where I'm like, man, you're being a bad guy now, but you're so dope. Like I want to be you. You know what I mean? And I feel that same way when I watch The Godfather. When I watch Darth Vader, I'm like, yo, Darth Vader's lit. Okay, he's really dope. So I think they did a good job, Michael Jordan, there.
I felt like the suit was really good. I felt like all of the gadgets were dope. I think that they did a good job of the world. I kind of wanted to see more of like the city, and I think it was interesting because you could tell just by the design that they were trying to show that the city was advanced while not feeling like it's a outer space society. Like they're still grounded in Earth. You know what I mean? But I felt like that was good. Some of the jokes were good. I felt like the only one that kind of threw me off after seeing it a second time. The guy from the mountain tribe, the gorilla tribe, his demeanor when he first fights, and then all of a sudden, like after he lost, like he's like a completely different person. Like he was like so jokey, and I was like, it was a little bit too much to a point where I was like, who is the dude in the first part?
I noticed that too, and that was one of the things that I was kind of like with, because this is not a perfect movie. Don't get me wrong. That I had an issue with that. Some of the CGI.
Yeah, everybody has said that.
The rhinos.
CGI hasn't always been like the best. You know why? It's because like people like Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy might have the best CGI in like any of them, and then Avengers and stuff like that. CGI was like straight.
Some of the fighting scenes got a little cartoony. They looked a little
like which one?
Like at the very end, where they're fighting and they're falling.
Yeah, you didn't like that?
I loved what they did. Took this audible out and then just had the That was sick. But then when he's like stretching around and stuff like that, it looked like cartoonish.
Okay.
And that was like a little like, I don't know. It felt like I was watching like a video game a little bit. And so I was like, okay, it's a little weird. Their bodies look like they're stretching. You know what I mean? The CGI was weird. But that sequence of them, like the gold and purple exploding and stuff, Cameron leaned over to me and he was like, bro, there's like parts of this that remind me of Dragon Ball Z. Because like
it's just the explosions.
Like
there's that one time where he was like by the rocks and all the guys are on him and he was like, rah! That was definitely DBZ-esque.
How do you feel about the ancestral plane stuff? Like when they go under and flip to the ancestral plane and like he's there in the purple background and
it just took me a second. I thought I got it, and then Michael B. Jordan did it, and I was like, oh, okay, I do not get it. Because I thought it was all the past kings introduced you into the Black Panther like plane, because with T'Challa, his dad was there and all the other Black Panthers were there, and then with Michael B. Jordan, it was just reminiscing about his past dad. So I was like, who gave him the power then? Because I felt like with all the Black Panthers standing there, it was like, okay, now is your time to do what we did. So that was confusing to me. I felt visually, I thought it was dope. There's like a miss audio cue with like his dad talking where the audio gets louder.
I saw that.
And it bugs me every time. But I don't know. Okay. Seeing it a second time, though, T'Challa, when he goes there a second time, that was the best performance that he had in the movie.
That was really good.
That scene right there where he's like,
he cries.
Yeah, that was hands down
But
the
I
best
will say,
scene
there's something that came over me when, and shout out to Sterling K. Brown, and This Is Us. There's something came over me.
You love that dude.
Bam. Top shelf. There's something that came over me when Michael goes to the ancestral plane.
And he talks to his dad.
Talking to his dad. I don't know why, bro. 1 tear instead of 2.
On Michael B. Jordan?
Yes.
I know it's
not
funny.
2, but 1 coming down. There's something about it that's like, I'm human.
Yeah.
But I'm upset. Like it's a visual thing, right? Denzel Washington did it a long time ago in this movie called Glory, and people talk about it all the time because he's a slave. He's like getting whipped, and there's like just 1 tear that comes down, and like when Sterling K. Brown like cries and goes, "Look what I've done," like there's like a moment there where it's just like, oh, like I hate this, but I love this. Like it's just so real. And then the moment that you were speaking of, where T'Challa cries and says, "You're wrong," and like stuff like that, and cry like,
"I'm not coming back until I make this."
That in the moment where old girl from The Walking Dead, the general, is talking to Nakia, and Nakia's like, come on, let's go. And she
Yeah.
was like, I'm loyal to this throne and I'm not just a spy. That was crazy. That was great acting by her. Like, that was a moment too. There were some moments, man, where this was.
No, there's definitely. And then Michael B. Jordan at the end with the most powerful line of the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, the slavery line. Once again, that's what I'm
Buried me
saying.
with
Like,
my ancestors, because they knew that
death was
better
better
than bondage.
Once again, I was kind of thrown back that
Disney let them
Disney
say
was
that. Yeah.
able to go there. Like, they don't do that. So I was like,
Yeah, you have to remember this is a Disney Marvel movie. It's
And
not.
fam-
It's not. It's not your documentary about.
and when I went with my dad, I went with my dad like 1:15, and there was like a packed theater, and like audience was like half and half, like half black, half white. And when he said that line, bro, the reason my dad teared up is because there was like this black couple behind us, and the dude goes, "Speak on it." And my dad, like, I looked at him and his eyes started to water, and it was just like a heavy, like, because the things that he represents aren't like super wrong.
No,
It's just
It's-
he's misguided with it. You know what I
because
mean?
he didn't have that father figure anymore, and that's why T'Challa was like, "Why didn't you bring him here?" Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I think Forrest Whitaker did an amazing job as like the Rafiki type of character. Sucks he had to die.
That whole scene, dude, I just don't get it. I'm like,
Which
why
one?
didn't you just put your armor out right in front of the gun and then like wrestle him down? Like, you Black Panther, bro. Like, why'd you have to
Yeah.
just go directly for the claws? Like, because then you could have brought him and his son. It just
The anxiety
That's the lie I chose
that
to
the
keep.
scene brought up when you know they're gonna challenge.
I
and
am
you,
the king now.
Whoa,
your king. That line.
whoa! Like when he stabs him and he just kind of gives him this look, like, "Yeah, I'm stabbing you. Is this your king?" And like the moment, first of all, the score. Like the score was crazy. There are moments in that where it was. I saw a camera was sitting next to me and like his knee was like bobbing up and down because he was like, "This is just too like." You knew what was gonna happen, but it was just rough. So I don't know, man. The movie was really good. I thought it was. It's a special movie.
Best scene of the whole movie. Michael B. Jordan put on his coat, walking to the throne. The editor said, "Let's put this whole thing upside down." The beat's going on for his thing, and then it's starting to flip. And if you guys didn't get it, it meant that he flipped the throne, like the whole Wakanda kingdom, upside down.
Yeah. It was just a moment, and bro, there were like subtle things about his performance that were crazy. When he's sitting there and he was like, "Where was Wakanda?" And if you notice, like he starts tapping his finger when he's waiting for them to like respond. That subtle like, "I'm over this" type of thing. Like there was like little things that I saw. And I've seen it 3 times, so like I'm picking up on like really random things. But like the acting was up to par.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really dope.
No,
Shout out to Angela Bassett for aging so well, though.
no,
His
I'm just
mom
feeling it.
was just yes. Like there were just parts. They mentioned SoundCloud in a mixtape, and
Oh, gosh.
while it was funny, that was the only part where I'm like, all right, okay, all right, Marvel, like you don't have to go there. Chill out. Relax.
He's like, please don't make me listen to your music.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So overall,
Also, the LC 500 would have easily picked up against the Toyota 4Runner. That bugged me.
I know.
That bugged me as a Lexus guy. But overall, dope movie. I'm excited for like behind the scenes, deleted scenes with Blu-rays and stuff. So,
Deluxe version will be absolutely lit.
dude, I need a steel case. I need a dope steel case
I
Blu-ray.
want like a legit helmet.
A helmet? Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the Killmonger Funko Pop.
Ooh.
They have it, bro.
What?
They have one of Michael B. Jordan.
I'm ordering one.
Dude, it's legit.
I'm ordering one. It's done. You should have never told me that.
No, it's so
I have
dope.
a Black Panther one, and I have a Black Panther keychain Funko
Okay.
as well. But I'm going to get...
No, they have them. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we really like Black Panther. Let us know. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, Daps_pounds. What you thought of the movie? Did you like it? Or your favorite scenes? Chakala is not about that. But yeah, man.
Why are you not about that? Sorry.
I got them sneakers.
Cause you. Never mind.
Never mind.
It was really funny.
I still laughed at the kick it that he kicked it. She's like, why you kick it so hard?
Bro,
I
I
don't
was
know.
just getting ready to say that. She goes, I invite you to my lab and you go kicking things around. She rolled her R so crazy at times.
She says it all the time. No, I noticed that the second time I played it. She like every time she had to say something with an R, she was rolling them.
I invite you to my lab and you just go kicking things around. I was like, yo, there's something about it. She was a great character.
For research purposes.
Research purposes? It was dope.
Yeah,
so.
it was good. You couldn't help but talk like that after the movie was
No,
done.
I did all of the time. It was really good.
No.
So. That was good. That was
do
good.
not speak.
The way he spoke too was like interesting. I have my great grandfather was from Nigeria, and he used to like. It was weird.
It was
He
like
would
a British
yeah
in tone a
Yeah.
little bit.
The
A
way
very
he would
European.
be like child,
Yeah,
like
that.
the
Yeah,
high
yeah.
end of his voice. It was dope.
Yeah.
No,
I know you-
are a child.
I know you would like
We
my
will not
army.
take it anymore.
That, like his character got weird. Like
It did. It did.
By the way, his throne room was so dope though.
By the way, small fact, first movie ever. He did an interview and he was like, yeah, this was my first film. I don't know how he even got cast the role because it was a significant role, but
Oh my gosh.
first film ever.
Looking for large black man.
Yeah, and just like he just walks in.
Yeah. They're like, all right.
It was lit. So guys, we are going to wrap up this episode soon. Two things we have to do first though. One is top 5.
Top five.
We are going to give you our top 5 hype songs. So start with you, Dobie. What do you got? Top 5 hype
Number
songs.
5. Oh my gosh, this is a long
We're a
episode.
little overtime.
2 weeks, so whatever.
2 weeks.
Number 5, March Madness Future.
Ooh.
Dude, it gets me. I don't care. It gets me going, bro. I get hyped every single time I hear that song.
That's a good song. That's a good one. I wasn't even thinking about that song. That's a good song. Number 5 for me, classic. Gotta go classic. I love these films and I grew up on them. Eye of the Tiger, Rocky. I get lit to Eye of the Tiger still, so it's dope.
Eye of the Tiger.
It's the thrill of the fight.
Yeah, no, that one always feels going hard. Let's get it out of the way. Nuck if you buck.
Nuck if you
Prime Mob.
shaking my dreads.
Dude, that song still goes.
Song's sick. The tweet, I'll never forget the tweet that Nuck if you buck is Black People's Sweet Caroline. Fam. Think about it. I've been in so many bars where Sweet Carolines come on, people stop conversations. Sweet Caroline. And then I've been in so many clubs where Nuck If You Buck comes on and people are just like, what?
Nuck if you
Yeah,
buck.
on your damn street. Like, it's just a different feel. So,
I'll be
shout out
shaking
to
my
Nuck If You
dread.
Buck. That was on my list for sure.
Nuck if you buck, mom. Nuck if he nuck.
Now, here's one that might throw people, but there's significance behind it. When my fraternity in college was starting out, we had like a lot of haters because we had the fastest charter in school history. We got the most guys fast enough to sign us in, which is what that means pretty much. And Started from the Bottom was our like.
I mean, that was a perfect song.
Yeah, it was our theme song because we got everything straight. We had that chapter did not exist. The fraternity did not exist at all on that campus. We had to do everything like straight ourselves. So we played Started from the Bottom non-stop. So now that song for me represents KE. So shout out to them. But yeah, Started from the Bottom for me. It's crazy.
I will say, What They Gon' Do. Little John and the East Side Boys. Dude, that song. What they gon' do?
I wish I could like rap parts of that, but I realize as I'm thinking about it, there's no parts you can rap because it's so crazy. But yeah,
No, it is. But that song is wild.
good.
Bro, it makes you feel some type of way
So
for
good.
sure. I remember, I wanted to fight somebody one day at College to the Ozarks, and that's the song like you want to play.
Oh man, there's a part I want to say, but I can't. But yeah, it's dope.
No, it's that song gets me going.
You know what? In the club, I think when I hear "In the Club" come on, it's just a feeling, and I'm just like, okay. I'm getting ready to go out. I'm getting ready to do something. Like it's "In the Club" gets me so hype. I love that song.
Gets you hype. It's one that for some reason it now does. It has to be the Kanye West version. Don't like. Cheat
Yes.
Kid. Dude, that song. Shout out to Derrick Rose. Man, that nice. Like just that whole verse and like Pusha T and like like it, like everything about that song just for some reason for me just put me
So
on
dope.
another level.
No, that song's just ridiculous. My last one is going to be the Lil Jon remix of "Let's Go" with Trick Daddy.
Let's go.
If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break it.
Let's
Yo,
go.
that song.
If you want some,
Come get some.
Talk
Big guns. The AK go pop, pop, pop. Like, fam. That had a Pitbull remix when Pitbull was like a rapper before the white tight jeans Pitbull.
Yeah.
Like, woo wee. That song's crazy. Honorable mention. I know it's not a BPM wise, it's not a hype song. Honorable mention, man. You're gonna understand this. No one else will. Christian Dior Denim Flow. It's like I get so hype when I hear that song. One of the most unknown and underrated Kanye West productions of all time. Look like Wonder Woman and still need a savior, bro. So crazy. So crazy.
So I kind of changed my last one because I was like thinking of like just my attitude getting hype, but now I'm starting to think of like songs like that just get me so hyped because I'm like, oh, this song, Return of the Mac, bro. Bro, it doesn't matter where I'm at. If I hear that song come on the radio, I'm blasting it up. I'm in a better mood. I'm singing all the way from it. I'm dancing. You know what I mean? Like it gets you hype in a way that's so positive. Like
legendary.
That. Jeez.
That song
so I have to say that one, man.
Legendary.
It's so good.
Shouts to Mark Morrison and Return of the Mac. You made a absolute classic.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah, man. There's a bunch that could be on this list, but those are just the ones that came to my
Waka
mind.
Flocka, Hard in the Paint.
Oh, let's do it.
Oh, let's do it.
OG Mako, you guessed it.
I think Energy by Drake is gotten up
crazy.
there. I got energy, got a lot.
I remember when
Actually, no. What's the one? What's the one where he's like, I'm Fieri, I'm in the kitchen.
Six Man?
Dude, Six Man gets me so hype, actually.
Not the six of them. I'm like Lou Will, six guy like Lou Will, and they
That
all
man
get
did
along like
a-
I'm Lou Will. Lou, like
Fieri, I'm in the kitchen. I'm a magician. I'm on it. I'm Michael Myers. I'm on it. I'm Mike MacGyver. I'm Michael Myers. Kill careers and cut the lights off. It's frightening. I knew it would end up like this. I'm fucking sidekick. Young, but I'm making millions to work the night shift. Dude, it's so short, but it was so good.
that beat was wild.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard me? So good.
So good, man. Let us know, guys. Give us your top 5 for hype songs. If you're on the YouTube, hit us up in the comments, of course. Or if you want to hit us up on Twitter, you can follow us at Daps_pounds.
For those that didn't have a full, didn't have more than an hour to listen to us, I apologize, but thank you for making the time. This was about an hour and a half episode. It'll be cut a little shorter than that, though. But yeah, so thank you for taking the time. We had to make up for 2 weeks, so shout out to you guys for hanging in there with us. Next week, we'll trim it back down to an hour, but we can only end this way one way. Dobie, go ahead and hit me with 101 conversation starters for couples.
What do you think you would want to do in your retirement years?
I think that I would like... No, seriously. I think that I would like to build a big Coliseum house, and have a porch swing with my wife, and sit on it with my little children, and rock back and forth in retirement. Maybe a fire on the porch right at sunset when it gets brisk outdoors. I would love to do that. What about you?
That sounds so good. For me, I personally would love to have enough money to travel world with my beautiful wife, have time to see all the amazing wonders of the world, and see the beautiful people of all the different countries.
Yes, with Abigail.
I can't do it more about it. And play. I can't do it.
Baba, you want to tell me a story?
I am your king now. And play lots of video games. But ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, man.
This is the Daps and Pounds show.
Go see Black Panther I almost said in stores, in theaters now. Daps_pounds on Twitter and Instagram. The Daps and Pounds Show on Stitcher and iTunes and YouTube. We are back. This is episode 5. My name is Malky. To my left, we have
Dobby.
We represent 2 mics,
2 friends.
and one show.
The Daps and Pounds show.
Ooh.
Shout out to the shout out
Gang. So. When the Bloods come to kill me. Just do not send a child.
What did he say?
Your technological advances in the hands of a child. I say no more. We will not have it. We will not have it. I, M'Baku, of the Jabari tribe, I accept your challenge.